Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm not going to be talking in person on this video, so I'm going to be narrating it, just showing you guys a little bit of how I've got into retouching my prints using the technique of spotting. I often get asked by you guys what I do with the prints that I make on and off the channel. Well, some I put on eBay after an episode, and others go onto my Etsy page. Some I give away to family and friends, but most of them just get boxed, good or bad. That's not to say that they're not all sellers, they probably are. However, I have literally hundreds of prints in large boxes that have slight imperfections, you know, dust spots, etc. When you see me making prints in the darkroom, you will sometimes see me making a reprint just because there are a few shit-sucking dust spots on it. Off camera, I go about cleaning and inspecting the negative, and it's just a little bit of dust that I can blow away and make another reprint, hoping that I've nailed it, and I usually do. To be honest, tiny dust spots here and there don't really bother me a great deal, as I'm not an inverted commas fine art photographer where people are going to be inspecting my work under a magnifying glass at a champagne sipping gallery of critiques. The prints in my home are just reminders of my journey so far in film photography, and they look great as they are on the wall. The famous Peter Elgar, I'll put a link to his YouTube channel in the description, he's always telling me off for wasting paper with reprints that I can just simply retouch. So a couple of years ago I purchased a set of spot dies and thought I'd give it a go, and I hated it. Nothing seemed to work. But like anything, and as Marty McFly once said, if you set your mind to it you can accomplish anything, but I think you have to enjoy the process at the same time. I never get frustrated in the darkroom, or at least not anymore, but I used to when a print came out the developer with dust spots. I'd throw it away and then reprint. And then I realised a long time ago that if you enjoy something, then turn the frustrations into a positive and see it as an educational mistake and learn from it and move forward. Because of this, I've kept nearly all of the prints I've made on and off the channel, and I'm glad I did, as I've chosen some really nice prints that I can easily retouch and sell. So, for the last few months I've been practising retouching my prints. I started practising with the worst prints in my collection and saved the best for when I felt confident that I could make a retouch work. I found that the lighter areas of a print were easier to retouch than the black areas or darker areas, and I would work around a print with minimal dye on the brush, just slowly building up imperfections and moving into the lighter areas as I went along without reloading the brush. If I went too far on a light area and made a mess, I can simply just rewash the print and start again. It's a bit of a pain once you've marked off a few dust spots already, but you know, sometimes it just has to be done. Scratches and hairs I've found to be quite challenging, so I've kept away from those for the moment. I'm just concentrating on tiny dust spots. After retouching a few of my prints successfully, I'm quite proud of what I've achieved, and if anything I thought retouching prints would be as boring as, but I found it is really therapeutic, listening to music and slowly working on a print to improve what would otherwise be a dust spot sticking out like a sore thumb. I've realised I can, with time and practice, retouch my prints and make good, which is great to know, because if I'm in the darkroom and I'm making a print and it comes out the developer with a dust spot on it, I know that I can now confidently easily just touch it up without making a reprint and wasting more paper. I've literally only just started to scratch the surface with this art form, but we all have to start somewhere, and I guess there is so much more to learn. Little tricks here and there, various inks and dyes and various papers and tones. It's all going to take time, but most of all I actually enjoy it, so I think that's probably the best start. So that's all I've done so far with retouching prints. It's taken me a few months to really literally just scratch the surface, and I'm quite enjoying what I'm doing so far. So maybe in the future, if I do have a few dust spots from a session in the darkroom, and just retouch those prints at the end of the video, showing you guys my journey into spotting and retouching prints. So anyway, I've put the description of the dyes and the brushes that I've used, and if anyone's interested, I've also put some information in there of some of the stuff that I've found online that's helped me understand a little bit more about retouching prints. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little video on retouching. If you're experienced in retouching prints or spotting prints, let us know in the comments any handy information that you can share with me and others as well, and I'll catch you next time.